What's going on, everybody? We got something special today. I know I've been sitting on a little while, life's been busy, but if you remember episode number 2 of our feature barrel burner featuring TheCigaroholic, he mentioned his retirement box. Well, today, in its entirety, it's over an hour long, so stick with it, fast forward through it, whatever you need, but we have part 2 of his feature barrel burner, episode 2, where he's just going through every cigar in his retirement box, talking about them. So it's a damn good watch. Drop some likes, drop some comments, tell me what you like out of this box. And now, get ready, it starts now.
What's up, Barrel Burners crew? This is Chris Monaco, aka TheCigaroholic. Just trying to touch base with you guys on the retirement box. I had Jason, kind of telling me that he was pretty curious about to see what's in there. To be quite honest with you, I can't even remember what's in this thing. I've been doing this, I don't know, probably about, I started it about like 4 years ago, but I didn't actually have a dedicated box for this, idea. It was kind of, I just had sticks in my humidor I've been saving, which I'm sure all of you have the same thing. And then about a year ago, I kind of came up with the idea to be like, all right, maybe I should just start a box that's just dedicated strictly to, sticks I want to age, special edition shit, limited edition shit, stuff you can't find anymore, stuff that they might not even make anymore. It's kind of a mix, man, to be honest with you. I haven't been in this box for a little while. I kind of just started it at the bottom and then just, it's just been getting Tetrised over the years. It's full now, so I kind of got like this secondary one, which is kind of like my boutique stuff, and then like the one here is kind of more, I don't know, I guess you would say, name brand, big name stuff. It's starting to get so mixed now that I'm trying to just fit them where I can. I'm gonna eventually have to just get like a stand-up, 1,000 count humidor or 500 count for this, because obviously I don't think I'm going to stop anytime soon. So I don't know. I'm definitely going to have to get some, because space is starting to become a commodity here with me. So on that note, I don't know, I guess I'll get started into this. I appreciate the fact that you guys even want to see this. It's kind of like this cigar dork in me. Most people don't really give a shit, but obviously, being with a crew like you guys, you guys know what good stuff is and can appreciate it maybe a little bit more than just an average person who doesn't even smoke cigars or might have one, every once in a while. So I appreciate it, Jason, for even asking and being interested. That's fucking awesome. Thank you. Makes me feel like I'm not the only one who cares about this crap. So yeah, man. I'll dig into it. I'll save this one for kind of last. Now this is the box. It's like just one of my Man of War boxes that I got early on when I started smoking cigars, and I got a good deal on it. I needed a humidor, so that's what I got at the time. But it's serving its purpose now. So listen, when I open this, I want like when I open this in my mind, that song comes on with the light, like, oh, and then you close it, shuts, and oh, that's kind of how every time I open this thing in my head I feel. So we'll see what you guys think. I'm gonna crack it open. Like I said, I really don't know what's fully in here because it's been a little while, so we're gonna kind of figure it out together. It's gonna probably take me 15 minutes to take everything out, and that's why I've kind of been procrastinating on doing it, because to be honest with you, it's hard with the wife and kid here sometimes, man, 'cause she wants to come in, and then I need the time to get all this stuff back in. It's gonna probably take an hour just to Tetris everything back into the box so everything can fit. So on that note, let's dig right into it. Let me stop bullshitting. Yeah, okay. I actually have to put more Bovitas because I never go in here, man. They're starting to get hard. So by the way, you guys all know, I'm sure, people who do know me, I love Yahe. So while I'm doing this, I'm going to be smoking a Viaje Satori, which I'm sure you guys are familiar with. Just got them the other day. They came out with the anniversaries, the 10 plus 2.5 or whatever. And I will be sipping on a little bit of that, a single barrel, while I'm doing it. So let's see. I also date everything, which you kind of saw in my man cave video. So I mean, I'll just break into it, man. Just to give you a little idea, like it's stacked. So I'm gonna be kind of going through this and seeing what's in there myself, because like I said, I kind of forgot. So yeah, there you go. All right, so first up, what do we got? I mean, you guys are kind of familiar, I'm sure, with Ezra Zion. This is the new one. I label everything. I date it. The brass knuckle special. I'll try to get through some of these quick. Get to the stuff at the bottom. Everything at the top is kind of stuff that you guys probably have seen already on the internet. There's the Lucille, I believe it is, from Ezra Zion. So everything at the top is kind of newer stuff. And like I said, I started at the bottom. So as I get lower, I'll get to more of the stuff that's been aged longer, obviously, and stuff that I've been saving for a little bit longer. This is Ezra Zion chicken and waffles. Here's a Ezra Zion cinnamon roll. So these are all kind of new, so I'm not even gonna like. We got the LFD 50th. This is the one that came out this year. This is the Maduro version. Great cigar. I don't know if anybody's had an opportunity to smoke this. It's, listen, it's a $30 cigar. You're not smoking it every day. That's why it's in the retirement box, hence. But it's a great smoke if you guys can get your hands on them. They're great. The TAA LFD 50th this year's the Maduro version, the box press. So that's in there. What else we got here? We got another Ezra Zion, the machine gun reloaded. Just came out, I think, a couple months ago, so these are pretty new. This I actually got from a buddy in my old lounge. I don't know if you guys know this cigar. You can only get this cigar, supposedly. This is from Casa Fuentes down in Florida. You can only supposedly get this from his lounge down there, Fuentes Lounge down there. This is actually dated from 2015, so I've had this for a little while. Just hanging on to it because it's not something I can get all the time. At some point you got to smoke all this shit because it's, but hopefully I'll be smoking it in 20 years. If not, like I said, somebody's going to get a lot of good cigars. Hopefully, maybe I'll just donate it. I was talking to Mas Tacos, man. That's my dude. I'll probably just donate it to you guys if anything ever happens to me. So, and I told him, I said, maybe Jason and Brian can get together and put a quarterly barrel burners box together and throw like one of my sticks in each guy's bags or something. I don't know. Hopefully we don't have to worry about that. I plan on being here for a little while, but hey, such is life, man. You don't know from day to day, So, this is Sabertooth, Cro-Magnon Sabertooth. I just got this. Yeah, this was from April. So, I got a Black Irish Cro-Magnon, which I'm sure you guys are familiar with. I save these usually for, I got a couple more, but I usually save them for St. Patty's Day. So it's kind of my St. Patty's Day stick, kind of goes with the theme. All right, what else we got here? All right, this is from last year. I don't know if they stopped making these. It was a pretty good stick, man. I actually really enjoyed it. Again, it's a little on the pricier side, but this is that one that Crown Heads did with Monte Cristo, and I believe who else was it? Another company. No, it's Monte Cristo and Crown Head, yeah. These things were great. Some people I know tried them and hated them and thought they were a waste. I thought they were pretty good. With some age. Like when I smoked them right away, it wasn't like anything, to blow my mind. But after I gave it a couple months in the box, man, it was like a different cigar, So definitely a great stick. What else we got here? Geez, go on the top layer here, man. All right, these are pretty new too. I think they came out a couple months ago. The Viaje Friends and Family. So, I'm not going to bother showing you guys all the dates. You guys know what this stuff is. So, But this is from this year. This is new too. Something I just stuck in there. Usually, what I do is I'll buy a 5-pack or something that I, is exclusive or something that I know I'm gonna like. Viaje, I know I love pretty much everything from Viaje. I don't think I've ever smoked a Viaje stick I didn't enjoy. So every time I get something like that, or a limited edition or a TAA or stuff like that, I will. I'll get a 5-pack. I'll smoke like one or two, and I'll smoke one. I'll put one in this box, and then I'll save the rest for as I want to smoke them. Usually, I put it in the table. So that's how that goes. Here's also a hit and run. See, like I'm saying, I keep on saying that this is name brand stuff, but like I've been starting to mix in like boutique brands with it because I'm just running out of room, so I kind of have to put it wherever I can. This is again from like April. The Skull and Bones. I think this one is this is the father of all bombs. I think I have a mother of all bomb in here too, but I'm not sure. We're gonna find out in a minute. Viaje. As you guys know, and I said before 100 times, you guys know I love Viaje, so I actually got the honey hand grenades and like all the Vitolas. I think this one, I forgot what this one's called, the Rapier, I think. One's like the Shank, and then one's the Civ. Yeah, this one's the Civ, and then this one's the Shank. These are from February of this year, so you guys know these came back out, so I picked up as many as I could because these things, in my opinion, this is like one of the best Viajes made. These honey and hand grenades. So those. What else do I got here? Oh, this was this year's. Yeah, this was from this year. This was Willie's TAA stick, the Herrera. So very good stick. If you guys haven't had an opportunity to pick it up or try them, get on it. You're missing out. It's a great stick. What else? Let's see. Okay, you guys know that these came out a couple weeks ago. See, man, I got so much shit mixed in here. All right, so here's the C4, another Viaje. I don't know where did I put. Here's the TNT, and all you guys know that these came out like right before. I think it was like a week or two before 4th of July. So those are in there. I'm trying to stick with the Viaje right now. The Hamaki Omaski or whatever the hell it is. I'm not Japanese. Sorry if I butchered it. But I'll tell you one thing. This stick right here is fucking incredible. This is a great cigar. Just everything about it I love. And if you guys don't know, it's weird. They have like a little story about this band down here. You could actually do like origami with it and make like, I think, a star or something. You have to like do all the folds, but it's a pretty cool concept. Viaje always has to do, not like do something that is just not thought of or different, and that's one reason why I like them. A lot of their concepts are pretty original. So I got Viaje Scotch bonnet in there. I've got this year's birthday blend, which also is a great cigar. For you guys, if you haven't tried it, give it a shot. Yeah, this is from April. I mean, a lot of these, like I said at the top, are new. We're not going to really start digging in to other stuff, maybe for like another row or two, but what else do we have here? I'm trying to stick with the Viajes. Of course, everybody knows about the infamous Roman candle Viaje. This thing is no joke. I smoked one on 4th of July, and it burned for like 2.5 hours or something like that. I mean, it was good, but it did not end. Great stick if you can get your hands on them. Kind of something that you wouldn't smoke every day, obviously, but for the concept, 4th of July, same thing. Like I said, I kept one in here. I bought a 5-pack. I smoked one. I got 3 left. So the way I look at it is, for the next, I don't know, I'll be good for like the next, 3 4th of Julys. So that's kind of the only time I'm going to smoke this. So I think it's a cool concept, but definitely not something you would be smoking on a daily basis. Plus, they're hard as hell to get and find. So one of my personal favorites, I believe this is a Connecticut broadleaf from what I remember. That's probably why it's one of my favorites, is the Cash Viaje. This thing, again, is just money to me. My personal favorite wrapper is Connecticut broadleaf. So You can give me anything in the Connecticut broadleaf, and I'm pretty much happy. It just goes perfect with bourbon and whiskey. So for me, they're great. What else do I got? Any more? Yeah, hey. Oh, yeah. All right. So here is this one's the Zombie Super Shot, which I know I'm sure everybody's familiar with. This one was from March. These are all these just kind of came out too, released. Here was the mother of all bombs. So yeah, I kept a father and a mother in here. What else do I got here? Okay, here's the regular Super Shot. This is I think this is the regular one. Yeah, this is the regular one, 10 gauge, and the other one was the 10 gauge of the Zombie Super Shot Viaje. What else was? Okay, we got this Viaje, the Zombie Farmer Bill Hatchet, same kind of thing. Like this, I think I bought 5 or 10 of these, a 10-pack of these, and same thing. I only smoke them on Thanksgiving Day. Kind of goes obviously with the theme. It's one thing I love about Viaje. I know it's kind of gimmicky, but in a way, it's cool. Like, because they're also great sticks. It's not like you're smoking a gimmicky stick and it sucks. Like you're smoking, something for Thanksgiving, something for 4th of July. You kind of have a stick for every occasion, which is kind of cool. So again, I'll buy like a 5-pack, and then I'll smoke one just to try it. I'll put one in their retirement box, and the rest I'll just smoke on, that holiday or whatever. So, what else do I have? Okay, now here we're starting to get into some older stuff. This is like a year old, 2 years old. This is the Viaje 10th anniversary. So this came out of this cigar is like 2.5 years old. I think I got like 3 of them left. But this thing is a powerhouse. I don't know. When they came out, they made this with I think it was in a white cylinder, a black cylinder, and I know there was I believe a gold and black cylinder, which is supposedly like they never even released those ones. Those were like made just for IPCPR. I've never even seen the real expensive ones. I think they're like, I know these were like, I think $22 a pop. The ones in the gold were I think like 27 or some crazy number. But I've never even seen them. These are the only ones I was able to get my hands on. And then you have underneath these, which is the white, which is a different blend, and it was a 10th anniversary, but it was I believe like $5-6 cheaper of the stick. So yeah, this is the 10th anniversary Viaje powerhouse, man. This thing is that's a strong cigar, man, but very, very good. Any more Viajes in here? Let me see, so I can get the Viaje stuff out of the way. That's the Hamaki, the regular version, also very, very good cigar. Okay. All right, now we're starting to kind of get into some of the name brand. I'm trying to get some of the boutique stuff out of the way. Oh, yeah, here we got some Illusiones. So I got, the Illusione, which to me is another great brand that people kind of sleep on. Illusione to me is one of the better boutique brands on the market. The Ultras are my favorite. Actually, I think this was the one of, because I bought some more off of Pravada, I'm sorry, Brian. I actually won a 5-pack of these. I know he put one in a monthly box, and then I ended up winning a 5-pack, and these are great. These are number 3s. I also have, I believe this is the number 4. These I picked up on my own. But I love these Ultras. I think they're a great stick. Very flavorful, rich. And then the 88. I have the Illusione 88. Any more of those in here? Don't know. I don't think so. Oh, yeah, we do have a couple more of these units. So we got, what else we got in here? This is the Eperney. This is the one that like won a shit ton of awards. I think it was on like top something. I think it was on top 25 at some point years ago. But it's not like an ass kicker. It's just a very complex. It's a pretty complex cigar. It's I would say it's a medium. but the flavors are very rich. And this is actually something that I remember being on a herf with Oki, and he was saying the same thing. He was like, it's not about the strength of the cigar, and I agree. It's more about the flavor and how rich the flavor is. So I could smoke a medium, even though my palate is definitely set more for something heavier, padrones, stuff like that, and darker, because I smoke, 2 to 3 cigars a day. But definitely, like, in the first smoke of the day or like middle of the day, like, if you give me something like this, even though it's not a ass kicker, it's very full and rich in flavor. So maybe the nicotine isn't, up there, but it's giving you the flavor. And that's what, and Oki agreed, that's kind of what I'm after when I smoke a cigar. I hate when I smoke a cigar and it's just dull. It's just boring, it's dull. It's not complex. It doesn't have those rich flavors. I'd rather have a cigar that's more rich in flavor than, just giving me full strength all the time. So, but that's me. Everybody's different. So, this one, which one is this? This is the CG4. This is also another very good Illusione. But same kind of thing. I wouldn't say it's an ass kicker. I would say this is probably a medium to medium full. But also, same thing. I mean, all of Illusiones just got, their flavor is just so creamy to me and rich, and like, it's just, they just have great smokes. So, let me see. I just threw this in here. I don't know if you guys had a chance to smoke this year's Angel's Anvil, but in my opinion, it's the best one that they've made. 2017, I think, was really good. Last year's I wasn't really big on. I didn't think it was that great of a stick, but this year's was right up my alley. I think they changed the wrapper on it. This one's definitely darker. But yeah, great stick. Angel's Anvil, Crown Heads, awesome. What else? Trying to get through the boutique stuff here. Alright, so these cigars, I kept 2 of these, because I know I'm not going to get my hands on these again. Another big shout out to Brian over at Pravada. These were the Long Live the Kings that he put out that were unbanded, that he got from Caldwell when he was blending the cigar. This is pretty much the first batch of this cigar. They're probably aged a couple of years. Brian would know better on that than I would. But great. Obviously, everybody knows the Mad motherfucker is a badass motherfucker. That's why everybody loves it. This is a great smoke. So considering the fact that Brian put these on the shop months back when he first did them, I tried to scoop up as many as I can. So yeah, so those are those. Let me see what else is in here. I think we're pretty much. Oh, here's a Roma Craft Mandible Mastodon, the Aquitaine. That's new too. That was from this year. All right, let me see what else. Okay, so this is the Avo, the limited edition, I believe, improvisation. Yeah, this was this year's. Yeah, the 2019. So that's in there. Great smoke. This is also from this year. I just picked these up. I was raving about this cigar. I haven't seen too much. I haven't seen a lot of feedback on this cigar yet online. A couple people on Instagram I've seen smoked it. I thought it was a great cigar. For me, I love Monte Cristo. If I'm gonna go with big name brands and all that stuff, they're definitely one of the ones that I do like. I like their heavier stuff. Ever since they started doing the Espada with Plasencia and all that stuff. So I think, maybe I'm kicking myself in the, shooting myself in the foot here. Hopefully, I'm not wrong, but I think this could be in the top 25 this year. I mean, it's an Oscuro wrapper. It's definitely heavier than the original. More of the leathery, fuller, earthier taste to it than the original. I like this better than the original. If you guys haven't had a chance to try them yet, I know JR has them. Some online stores are starting to get them now. They just came out, I think, about a month, maybe 2 ago. Great smoke. Jason, I know you're gonna love this. This is the Magic Toast from Alec Bradley. I think his best cigar, personally, in my opinion. I'm not a big Alec Bradley fan, personally. I mean, the Black Market's okay. The Tempest Maduro's okay. I've just never been a big Alec Bradley fan. No reason, rhyme or reason why, I really don't know. But I do have to say this cigar is his best cigar in my opinion. All right, let me see what we got here. Let's see. I don't even know how this got mixed in here. The new Laurent Scuro. I mean, there's no need for me to even explain this cigar. Everybody knows about it, and it is awesome. So, you guys pick these up if you can. All right, I think we're gonna start digging into some of the more higher end stuff and some of the stuff. As I get deeper here, it's gonna start getting a little more stuff that's aged. All right, yeah, so here you go. All right, so this is the limited edition Jaime from 2017. So this one's already aged, 2 years, going on 3 years. Also great smoke. The regular Jaime, in my opinion, is also one, just a solid cigar, one of those go-tos. It's just a great stick. That's from 2017. Let me see what else here. Let me start. Here's another Avo. These are the ones that they got re-released. The LE30, the LE05s, the limited edition 05s. Pricey, same thing. I mean, you guys know once you start digging into Davidoff crap, it's gets a little pricey, but you pay for what you get. I think personally this is a great smoke. There's a few Avos that I do love. I know usually they're more medium, but lately they've been kind of ticking up to medium to full, and I just think this is a great smoke. What else? Here's another Davidoff. They've re-released these this year. This was the 7th Especial Davidoff. I don't know if the camera's a little not focusing on it, but these are a pain in the ass to get. Very good cigar. I wouldn't say it's a full, but like what I went back to saying, what I was saying before, very rich in flavor. Definitely has a certain distinct taste to it, in my opinion. I mean, these things were expensive though. It's not something that you're gonna smoke every day. These were, I think, for like a 5-pack. I spent, I think it was like $140 for a 5-pack. They were like, and these are Robustos, man. Like, I think it's like a 5.5 by 50. I mean, but it's Davidoff. No more words are necessary. You guys know how that goes. So, this is the Winston Churchill Davidoff, but the limited edition one. I think this has, I believe it was I don't know if it was a Mexican. No, I don't know if it was Mexican San Andreas or a Rosario wrapper. There was a different wrapper on this one. From the original white label Winston Churchill Davidoff, and then the late hour, which in my opinion the late hour is out of all of them the best. I mean, even out of this one. And the same thing, I mean, they only came in this size, Robusto, and this is a $30 cigar. Here's the original one, which I just talked about. More of a medium smoke, but great smoke. My personal favorite one, which I just said, was this one, the late hour Winston Churchill. I think that this is the best one that they make. Obviously it's heavier, that's probably why I like it. I'm letting my cigar just sit over here doing nothing because I'm talking too much. I'll just let the sticks kind of do the talking. You guys know what this stuff is. So this one was from last year, 2018. I'm gonna start getting lower and lower here. All right, this was the Jaime, the TAA Jaime from last year, from 2018. So I told you I love Jaime's sticks. I think they're great. So I saw opportunity to pick up some TAAs and saved it. I think I got one, maybe two of those. I think I might have one more somewhere else on the table. Now this is again, big up Privada Cigar Club. I might say them a couple times. I don't know if I have more stuff from them. That might be the last one, but I picked these up from the store too. This was the dead stock. This was a collaboration between Avo and somebody else. This came out in 2011, so this cigar right here is already 8 years old. I think I bought 2 or 3 of them. I actually didn't even smoke one yet, which is ridiculous, but we'll see how it goes. Brian, I'll let you know about that. See if it was worth a $25 stick, but yeah. These are about 8 years old. It's from 2011. So these also came out this year. I love this cigar. I'm not a big Diamond Crown Julius Caesar guy either, but this thing was great cigar. If you guys get your hands on them, this is the Black Diamond from J.C. Newman, and it is an awesome smoke. Again, pricey. I don't smoke this shit every day. You know, like I said, I'm a little bit of a cigar dork. Whiskey, I collect shit. I'm like a hoarder when it comes to that stuff. I smoke them, but you know, this thing, the whole concept of this was, you know, like I said earlier, you know, was kind of hopefully in 20 years, God willing, I make it that far. You know, I'll be able to have all these, you know, premium limited edition things aged for 20 years, and I'll be able to blow down a box for all, you know, breaking my ass for 20 years working. So that's kind of like the concept. Hopefully I make it. If I don't, Barrel Burners, you guys will get the box, and like I said, you could just put it, you know, hook it up with Brian, and everybody gets one in the quarterly Barrel Burners box. Hopefully we'll get to that, but hopefully I'll be enjoying them. Let me see, what else do we have here? We have the LFD Volcado. I think this is the Volcado, right? Yeah. Also another great cigar. I believe this is the one. No, this isn't the one with the Matafina. I think that's the Lennox, which I think I have in here too. But yeah, these are great, man. If you could find them, pick them up. You won't be disappointed. This is a TAA EP Carrillo from 2000, from last year. Good smokes. You know, I mean, listen. EP Carrillo's been in the game forever. Everybody knows, you know, he's got a great factory, quality control. I'm not really a big fan of his normal stuff. Not that I'm not a fan of it. I never go to it. I don't know why. You know, everybody I'm sure has those sticks that they don't even have a reason why they don't smoke them really. They just, you know, kind of pass them by and don't really think about it. But yeah, this is EP Carrillo 2018 TAA. So you got that in there. Shit, I'm starting to run out of room here. I'm going to have to start pushing it a little bit. Okay, sorry guys. Alright, what are we getting into now? Christoph TAA from 2018. This thing was an ass kicker. I smoked one and it was great. Very good cigar. It's a Solomon. So you got to definitely have some time to smoke it. It's probably a 2.5 hour cigar. I also smoke slow. So, you know, but if you guys ever see him, this was from 2018, Christoph. Great smoke. Speaking of smoke, give me a minute because I'm going to light up my cigar that I'm supposed to be smoking too. If my lighter will work, which it is. Cheers. Okay. What else do we got here? Alright, so this was from this year. That is the TAA Willie Herrera that he made in a Lancero. Very good cigar. Again, some of this stuff is newer. You know, you guys kind of know about all this stuff, so I'm not going to waste the time with really talking about it. Again, I got some boutique still mixed in here. One of my just go-to sticks whenever I want to kind of change my flavor, because I smoke so many Maduros and so much San Andreas and so much broadleaf, and you know, like after a while, you know, just to switch it up, you want something a little different. And for me, one of my go-tos, especially during the week, and the price point, you can't beat them. You know, La Ranja by Espinosa. You know, it's still got kick to it. But it's a different flavor profile than what I smoke a lot of, which is, you know, the leathery, the heavy, the, you know, chocolatey, creamy. This is like a creamsicle, man. It really is. It's like, it's got a little floral notes, a little citrus, but with cream, very like a little bit of spice, but not overpowering, but it's strong. It's not like a weak cigar. it's just kind of something to kind of I go to, is one of my go-tos to kind of switch up my flavor profile during the week, because I smoke a lot of the similar stuff. Okay, here is that Lennox that I was talking about. Again, no need to explain. You guys, these are pretty new. Well, you know, also this one is the one with the Matafina wrapper on it, from what I remember. Great smoke, great, you know, construction burn. I mean, it's LFD, man, so, you know, there's no need to explain about that. Well, okay, what am I getting into now? Okay, all right, here. So, let me take this out. Boutique, you guys also know I'm part of LFS, La Familia Sindicato, and Trafficante. Big up to all my guys in there if they ever see this video. This is their Black Mass cigar. It's cool as shit. I mean, I love Trafficante, man, just their whole concept. The whole thing that they're like, you know, just real all down to earth people. Just cool, kind of does same thing, does stuff differently, which I love. You know, they do not follow the herd, and that is awesome. So, but yeah, this is their Black Mass. They only make a certain amount of these, and then they're gone. I mean, this is a $55 cigar, so you know, this is not something. I think I bought two. I bought three of them, I believe. So, yeah, and I smoked one. It was awesome. I got one to save, and then one's, you know, that I'm gonna smoke again, maybe actually this weekend. I was thinking about smoking it, and then this one is in the retirement box. So big up Trafficante, woo woo, definitely. This is my boys over there. So let me get that back in there. What else we got? All right, now we're gonna start getting into some other stuff. Trying to stay in but everything's so pieced together. I'm trying to like keep everything together. The Viajes, the this, the that, kind of all the same brands, and not scatter all around. But you know, like I said, this thing's kind of getting to the point where it's pieced together, and I have no choice. So this year. Was it this year's? Yeah, this was this year's TAA, the Dom Pepin Blue. Great smoke. The regular version is a go-to of mine. So yeah, if you guys will find them, pick it up. Great smoke. Well, alright, got through that. Okay. This is probably my favorite Avo. I believe these came out. I got these in 2018 because I found someplace that had them, a local BMN that like had them buried. Nobody knew what they were, and like they were just sitting there. So I picked up as many as I can. Actually, I remember I got these in Atlanta when I was down there for work, and I went to a shop. It's actually connected to D'Antanya's Steakhouse down in Buckhead. It's just, I think it's like a, you know, Buckhead cigar shop or whatever, but it's connected to the steakhouse. And he had them in there, and I saw them, and I tried to take as many as I could off of them. I think these came out in like, I'd have to do research, but I believe these came out in like 2014 or some shit, or 13. They got like the little piano on there. It was for his 88th birthday. These are awesome. If you could ever find them, they're great sticks. They're not total ass kickers, but very rich in flavor, very complex. They change. They start off kind of mild to medium, and then pick up towards like the middle third. Great smoke. If you get your hands on them, get them. That's the Avo 88 limited edition. This is also another Avo limited. This is from 2017. This was the improvisation from 2017. These were okay. They were just a medium. Good smoke, good flavor, but they're not, like, again, they're not ass kickers. But this was from 2017, limited edition improvisation. Okay, I think that's most of the Avo stuff. I'm trying to get through that first, so I just kind of stay on the same track here. These are new. Tatuaje, so I'll just get that out of the way. You guys already know about these. These are TAAs with the Mexican San Andreas that he made on there this year. Usually they're broadleaf in past years. This year I think was the San Andreas. So that bad boy's in there. I'll get back to Tatawai. Let me kind of keep on going through here. Actually, no, I'm on Tatawai. I might as well keep on going. So these are, this is the Tatawai Little Hassle. I actually still have an unopened, these came in like 10-pack foils. Supposedly they're one of the hardest Tatawais to get. They're also a broadleaf, and man, these little bastards are so good. If you can get your hands on them, you know, for a short smoke, really rich in flavor. Just, I mean, it's Tatawai, man. That's one of my also favorite companies too. If you can get your hands on them, which I know they're a pain in the ass to get, do so. You won't regret it. These are the little hassles. Tatawai's little hassles. I actually got 2 of them in here because I know they're a pain in the ass to get, so I put 2 in just in case. This is, you know, these are regular production, just their regular. I think this is the J. I think this is the J20. Yeah, the J21 Tatawai Reserve. We got Tatawai Reserve. This is the broadleaf version, Connecticut broadleaf. Okay. Obviously the Cajonas. This is the black. This is the broadleaf version. They made 3 versions of this stick. This is the broadleaf. They have the Sumatra version, and then they have this is the Habano version right here. So they got great cigars, man. I mean, if any of you guys know, I'm sure, about Tatawai. All 3 of these are great. A little bit different flavor profile, obviously, because the wrappers are different. Fillers, I believe, are the same. Great smokes. One of my go-tos. I'm like torn between whether I like the broadleaf version of that, the 2012, or if I like the 2003 Cajono better. But they're all good. I'll take any of them. So this was the 2018 TAA. Now this is back with the Connecticut broadleaf Tatawai, and then this one is the 2017 version, which was the they made in the Toro, which is my personal favorite one. Too bad I don't have. I think I may have one in the table to smoke if I dug around, but I think this might be the last one I have. So, and I love that stick. Went out again. I might have to smoke this after because I'm never gonna be able to. That thing's never gonna stay lit right now. Okay, what else do we have here? All right, so I got a Fasto in there. Tatawai, same thing. Okay, now I think we're starting to get a little deeper here. This is, I think this is the regular Tatawai Havana, I think. Red label. Okay, now this little bastard is hard as hell to find. This is probably one of the hardest Tatawais you will find. I smoked one, and I got one left. These are aged. I don't even know originally when these came out. These are probably a couple years old. This cigar, I have it dated. When I got it was last year. I got it in December of 2017. So this is the pork chop. I don't know if you guys ever heard about this cigar, but they made I think it was a pork loin, which I smoked too. I was only able to get one. I smoked it. And then this is the pork chop. And this thing is awesome. Great cigar. Hard as hell to find, that's why it's in there. But it's in there. So, any more Tatawais? I think they might be towards the bottom. No need to explain this cigar. That's the Alma Fuerte. Great smoke. One of my favorite cigars. You know, when it comes up to higher end stuff, definitely one of my favorite cigars. It's in the name. Strong. So, definitely great smoke. A little pricey, not something again that you're gonna smoke every day, but for those special occasions when you want to smoke something really nice, birthday or holiday or kid's birthday or whatever it may be, definitely something to have every now and then and enjoy. Now my lighter's not working. That's good enough. All right. Sorry guys, I'm gonna take a little sip here. Some of you, this might be boring. I'm trying to get through this video as quickly as possible. So bear with me, guys. All right, we're gonna start. Okay, here's another Ezra Zion. This is the Knife Fight. So great smoke. I love Ezra Zion stuff. I think they're one of the top-notch boutiques in the game right now. So, all right, I think we're starting to get to like the higher end shit and like the aged stuff here. All right, yeah, here's one right here. Okay, so this is a UF 13 with the old label. I don't know if you guys noticed that label. That's not the one that's on there now, which is kind of like, I believe it's like in script, like the rest of their stuff. But this is from 2014, this UF 13. Looking forward to smoking this in 10, 20 years. This is my personal favorite Liga, the UF 13. I think it's better than the 9, in my opinion. But yeah, so this thing's from 2014, this cigar. And I believe, same thing, this is also the old Feral Pig with the old writing on it. This is also from 2013. I remember I got these like a year ago, a year before I think I moved down to South, because I moved out at the end of 2015. So I got these like the year before I moved, and they were just sitting in my box. I never smoked it, and I was like, you know what, man, these are old. They don't even have these labels like that anymore, with the writing, the font style. So I figured I'd just hold on to it. I held on to it for that long. I might as well just keep on holding on to it. That's Feral Pig. Obviously, you gotta have a 9 in there. I believe this is this. No, yeah, that's the 9. Gotta have a 9 in there. Great smoke. So definitely one of, obviously, the best cigars that obviously Drew's, their most popular cigar that they sell. So it's a must-have in the retirement box. Do I have? Oh, here's another Tatuaje. This is the Tatuaje Cajona 2003. So that's in there. I told you before. Tatuajes are great. What is this? This is just the LFD. I don't even know why this is really in here. Maybe I'm just aging it because it's one of my favorites. But that's a LFD Colorado. I think it's the Oscuro. Yeah, the Colorado Oscuro. All right, now we're getting into a little bit more. Another Davidoff. These came out, I believe this came out this year or last year. These are the Florida selection. These were limited. So I obviously threw one in there because you're not going to be able to get them anymore. I don't even think you can get them anymore unless you find them somewhere online or a B&M shop somewhere. But yeah, that's the Florida selection, Davidoff. Then I have the Nicaraguan Davidoff, also a great smoke. A lot of pepper, man. This thing is pretty strong. That's one thing with Davidoff, I gotta say. I think they're starting to gear their cigars a little bit more towards, full-time smokers who smoke, 1 or 2 cigars a day, like some with a little bit more kick, because in my opinion, some of their newer stuff, definitely, they've been picking it up as far as strength-wise. So, yeah, so that's the Nicaraguan. Then you have, what else am I getting into here? All right, so let's get into some Fuentes here. Hold on. Now, in my opinion, and this is just me, everybody is different. In my opinion, I just got these. I smoked one, and I had to go. I'm not gonna lie. I went back and bought the box because I know they're hard as hell to find, and to me, it was the best Fuente that I've ever smoked. It's my favorite Fuente, and that's the Forbidden X. I got them both in the, I believe the long one, the Toro size is called like the Bearer of the Torch or something like that, and this one, this Robusto size, is the Heart of the Bull. It's pretty much a Maduro Opus X, and it's not. It still has the pepper, but it's not like a regular Opus X where it's all just like white pepper, spice, like a pepper bomb like the whole way through. You get that pepper, but you still get like the cream and like some of the cocoa and leathery flavors that you would get off of a Maduro. But this cigar has such a distinct flavor that I've never tasted in any other cigar, and that's why I went and bought a box, because I was just like, screw it, you only live once, and I'm never probably gonna be able to find these anywhere else. So that was that. I had to do it. It was a must have for me. Here's the Lost City Opus X. That was from last year, 2018. I got this, I guess. You know, I mean, I don't really have to go into explaining these things. I mean, you guys know what this stuff is. So that's the original Opus X. So that's in there. The Eye of the Shark is in there. Also, very, very good cigar. I think this was on I think it was last year's top 25 or the year before, or maybe this year. Was it this year? I don't know, guys. I'm starting to forget all this shit. So, but yeah. So Eye of the Shark. What else? Here's the Maduro Avo. 30th anniversary. That's in there. Okay. My personal favorite. Hold on. First doesn't go out. Give me a minute. I'm not gonna get it. Come on, baby. Keep it going. There you go. All right. This is my personal favorite Ashton. I'm not a huge Ashton guy either. But this thing is fucking awesome. The ESGs, same shit. They're pricey. They're like $25 a stick or something like that. But they are good. And it's not something you smoke every day, but it's a very good cigar. Very, very good cigar. What else? I'm not, like I said, I'm not a big Ashton guy, but that and the VSG is probably, those two are probably my favorite Ashtons. This is the San Cristobal Ovation. I believe that I got this in 2017 or 2018, and same thing. I mean, you guys know these are made by Ashton. My father, I think it was like a collaboration between Ashton and Don Pepin. Great smoke, again, pricey. It's not something you're gonna smoke every day. It's $25-$30 cigar, but it is very good. All right, so now, before Monte Cristo made this new Oscuro, we fucking cigars gonna go out. And my lighter's going out too. Can't win here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait on that. So they make the regular Espada, and then they just made this new Oscuro Espada. But I guess they went one year. This was from 2015. This cigar. This was when they made the Espada S2K, which is basically a Maduro version of the regular Espada, and then they made it 2 or 3 years. This one's from 2015, and then you can see the difference in the wrappers. Like the second band. See how there's dots there? This one doesn't. So this one was the original one from 2015 that they made, and then they remade it again, and this one is from 2017. So that's the Espada S2K by Monte Cristo. These are all Plasencia, pretty much. It's all Plasencia tobacco, so it's all Nicaraguan. And as you know, most Monte Cristos, if they're not Cubans or from Dominicans, tobacco. But yeah, this is Plasencia. These are all Nicaraguans, which gives it that, a little bit of kick that I like. So, okay. This cigar, I found in a shop, and they actually didn't know what it was, and that's why I bought it. Because I knew what it was. This is the original Don Pepin JJ Maduro, okay, with the original label. You are not going to find these anymore. I bought it in a shop. I know when these were put out, it was between 2011 and 2013. So this cigar is, coming up on anywhere between like 6 and 8 years of age as of right now. But this is the original JJ Maduro. The JJ Maduro, he changed the labeling on this to the white label, and then like the regular Dom Pepin script, which is kind of like on the blue, but it has a white label, and it's just called the JJ. They still do make the JJ Maduro, but they only make it for one company, and that company is Atlantic Cigar. And they're great. They're very, very good cigars, but you can only get the Maduro version from Atlantic. Dom Pepin has a very good relationship with Atlantic Cigar. Only reason I know this is because my lounge back home was an Atlantic lounge. It's called the Cigar Republic. They have a couple lounges up there, and they're under the Atlantic umbrella. Atlantic actually owns them. So every year, Dom Pepin would come up in October, and he would have his birthday there. So we would do like full event, have a pig roast, him, his son, I think it's Carlos, I think that's his name, sorry if I butchered that. But yeah, Don Pepin will come up to our lounge every single year for his birthday. He's coming up again this year. I'm actually going to be there like a week or two before he comes for the Amendola event that we're throwing up there. So yeah, but if you want, long story short, if you want to get this cigar still, you can, but you can only get it from Atlantic Cigar, the JJ Maduro. These are the originals. They do not make these anymore. You are not going to find this. So 2011 and 13, in that range is where this cigar, how old that cigar is. Okay, here is the Ashton I was talking about, the VSG. There's no need to explain. Great cigar. Another one of my go-tos is just in here because I'm aging it, is the My Father Le Bijou, the 1922 Maduro. Awesome cigar, one of my go-to. I'm actually wearing my father's shirt right now, so I love my father's stuff. Don Pepin stuff always makes great sticks, so that's in there. Okay, starting to get down here. All right, this was last year's. This was the 2018 TAA LFD 50th. This is not the Maduro. They only made last year's in this one size and one blend with the one wrapper. They didn't do it like what they did this year, how they made the box press version with a Maduro and then a Habano. Last year they just did, I believe this is just a Habano, but this is the only blend and size they made. But this was from 2018 LFD 50th TAA. Okay. Another great, like I said, there's certain Fuentes I love. Some of them are like okay to me, and some of them are just outstanding. That Forbidden X is one of them, my favorite Fuente. But another one of my favorite Fuentes is the Series B God of Fire. Great cigar. Pain in the ass to find sometimes. But if you can find them, get them. You won't be disappointed. They're not going to be cheap, but they're very good. Something great to smoke on, like, the holidays, Christmas, birthdays, Father's Day, if you're a dad, whatever. Great cigar. Great cigar. All right. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. All right. This was last year's, I think it's like La Flor de sorry, I'm not Spanish, man. La Flor de Diantellas, or whatever it's called. Sorry if I butchered that too, but whatever, it's a good fucking cigar, that's all I know. This is the Lancero. They made TAA version last year. So that's in there. Starting to get to some of the older stuff, but I'm waiting that for the end. So here is the Moisture de Saka, the Nakatamal. These were from last year as well. I think I have an Exclusivo in here too. Which is, yeah, I do have an Exclusivo. And that's the Exclusivo. So I got the Exclusivo and the Nakatamal in there. Okay. What else here? Alright, so now, yeah, we're getting down to some of the nitty gritty stuff here. Okay. I'll keep it on the My Father kick right now since I threw it in front of me. So this is a My Father limited edition from 2015. Now this, I actually bought a box of these. They came in that like they came in that like really nice. It's almost like a humidor box. It's got like a metal plate of the My Father logo, gold and gold on it. I actually got that signed. I'll show you. Maybe I'll show you guys that after. You know, this is gonna be a long video, so I'm trying to make this quick as possible. You guys don't want to watch me for an hour, I'm sure, but I'm trying here. Yeah, this is the 2015. This had the like a Rosario wrapper on it. Very, very good. I bought a box. I think there was like a box of 13 they came in, or something, or 15 or something like that. These are from 2015. I actually just smoked one of these this past Father's Day, because this is the 5th anniversary, and my Father's Day, and it's the 5th year that I was I'm a dad. So I thought it was pretty fitting. I smoked one of these this past Father's Day. Great smoke. Oh yeah, and this is actually also signed. I got him to sign the coffin too. So I got the box signed, and I got the coffin signed by Pepin. So that's from 2015. This is a 1922 Les Bijoux. So that one was the regular, just My Father limited edition 2015 that came out in 2015. This is the My Father Les Bijoux 1922 that came out in 2016. I don't know if you guys can see that, but great smoke. These were great, I thought too. Let me see. Then you have, this was for last year, the limited edition blue, the My Father blue from last year, 2018. So got that on there, in there. Okay. Then now this is a really special cigar. My buddy is the son of Craig Reynolds, who's the president of Cigars International. My buddy Zach, big up to you, man. His son Zach obviously works in the industry, and now he works for Drew Estate. So when I saw him at Cigar Fest last year, he gave me 2 of these. I still have one left, and I'm not smoking it because, which is retarded, I know, but I'm not smoking it because I know how hard it is to get. This is probably like one of their hardest sticks to get, which is the Joya de Nicaragua. This was supposed to be like their original blend. I don't know if you guys can see that label. Glare is kind of killing it with the cellophane, but these are, from what Zach told me, this is like the hardest, one of the hardest Drew Estate cigars to get. I think they only hand them out at events, like high-end events and shit like that. Supposedly he told me it's an awesome cigar. It's not an ass kicker supposedly, but it's like really rich in flavor, really complex, great smoke supposedly. So I gotta smoke one, man. I got one left, one in here, and then I got one to smoke. Okay, I'm sure everybody knows about these. I had to have one in here to save. I think I smoked one. I gave one to my stepfather. And then I have this one and one other left to smoke. I think I bought 4 of them, 3 or 4 of them. But this is the infamous Unicorn cigar from Steve Saka. I mean, listen. Is anything really worth $100? I don't know. It's a fucking cigar. But like I said, you know, I have a problem. You know, I collect. It was kind of like a must-have. How could you not have the Unicorn in your 20-year retirement box? So it's in there. It's, you know, one stick. One of them is $100. So it's not obviously something you're gonna smoke every day. But yeah, that's the Unicorn. This isn't the ones that he just put out. This was the original one, the first batch he put out last year, I believe, of them. I think he made more this year. I remember seeing him on not on Facebook, on Instagram or on his page. I think he like made a fatter version of it or something, like a bigger ring gauge. But that's the original one. Okay, so let me see here. Gotta have a Pappy in there, Drew Estate Pappy Van Winkle. Got those. Obviously, I got 2 of these in here because they're also a pain in the ass to get. I got a couple of Andalusian Bulls, LFD Andalusian Bulls in there. Just This is the Michael from 2017 from the Monster series. I was actually lucky enough to find these, and I bought the box with it came in the dress box. I have the dress box somewhere. It's in my closet. I don't know if you guys care to see that. You can just look that up online. But yeah, I actually ended up getting these with the dress box, in the dress box. Which, as you know, if you're one of those guys that collects shit and looks for stuff like that, like the dress boxes, they only make a certain amount. Only certain stores get them, and they are a pain in the ass to get. So yeah. So I think have at least like 8 of these left. But this is the Michael. Same thing. I'll probably just smoke this on like Halloween or something like that. All right. I think we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. Getting close. All right. We got. I got now. Padron is. If anybody said like, what's your favorite cigar? The only cigar you can smoke for the rest of your life. What brand? It would be Padron. Padron is my favorite cigars. I used to like the 1964 Maduro, Imperial Maduro used to be my favorite cigar. It's weird because now over like the last year, I don't know if my palate's changing or whatever, but I've been really into the Maduro 1926s more now, which is weird because I've always liked the 64 better because it was more of like a graham cracker, and whereas the 26 had like that dark cherry flavors, or it was just a different flavor profile. But I'm starting to now like the 26s a little better, which is weird. So I don't know if my palate's changing, but these are the blacks that came out, the TAAs. So this one is the natural, and then this one is in the Maduro right here. So I got those in there. All right. Hold on here. Since I'm with Padron right now, I'll just kind of stick on that kick. Actually, well, here, let me get this out of the way. This is a Monte Cristo that my buddy Paul Guida back home, owner of Casaletto's restaurant. If you guys are ever in New York and you want the best Italian food you can get, go to my boy Paulie's place, Casaletto's restaurant in Elmsford, New York. Best food you can get. Order the ossobuco, I highly recommend it. And the hot antipasto. Anyways, he gave me this in 2014. And it's just been sitting in there. I don't know what it was. I just, I guess the New York band, whatever. I was like, you know what, man, this is something I just wanted to keep. So yeah, so that's in there. Thank you, Paul. Still haven't smoked the bitch, but one day I will, and I'll let you know if I liked it. All right, so going back to the Padrones. Here's the 26 I was talking about, Maduro. Damn, I'm not fucking doing here. So that's the 26 in the Maduro. Then you have the 64, but this is the TAA. This is the TAA 64 in Maduro that they made. I believe it was last year or the year before. It's a little fatter. I think it's like a 54 ring gauge, I believe. And shorter. It's only like a 5 1/4 by 54, or maybe a 5 by 54, something like that. Great smoke. Now we're starting to get into, this is the 26, 40 years. That's 1926, 40 years. Then you got the 1926, I believe this is the 44. That's the Family Reserve, 44. Then you got the 1926, 80 years. Then you have, here's the regular 1964 Maduro, Imperial Maduro, which I said was like my favorite cigar for the longest. Still is, like, probably, it's between this and the 26. Some days, I don't know, it just changes. Some days I like this better, some days I like the 26 better now, so I don't know. What else? Okay, so here is the Family Reserve 85 years Maduro. Here is the Family Reserve 45 years Maduro. Here is the Family Reserve 50 years Maduro, and I also have the 50 year in a natural. Then I have the Family Reserve in a natural, but this is the 46 in the natural Family Reserve. Blah, blah, blah. Finish off with the Padrones here. This is the natural Padron, the tube 90th in natural. Here it is in the Maduro. Did I even date these? Yeah, I did. I didn't take those. Here is, just to stay on the Padron. This is the one. This is the 50 years. Where the other one I think is the 50th anniversary from what I remember. Let me see, shit. Things are starting to get stacked up here. Hold on. Yeah, this one was the 50-year. This is the 50-year anniversary, and I think this is, I don't know. Anyway, this is the one that I know that like when they first came out were like $7,500 each, same thing. They came in that exclusive humidor that was like all white, that has like a fucking serial number on it, and like you could leave it to your kids, and like you put it in your will. Like it's like I think it was like $10,000 for this spot for that humidor with all the cigars, and you know like you have to register it, and like I mean it's so this is the Maduro version, and then I also have one in the natural version, so I got two of those in there. Oh, I got another LFD here. This was actually last year's LFD, the football, which I'm sure you guys see every year. No big deal. That was the football for Super Bowl last year for Atlanta. That's in there. This cigar. Now, this cigar is like from like probably one of the old. This is from 2013, and I believe. See now. I can't remember where I got this. I think I got this in the Atlantis. I think it is the Cuban Romeo and Julieta. I know. I mean, but like the cellophane is yellow as hell. It's from 2013. So it's been aged about 6-7 years. So yeah, that's in there. Okay, now we're getting down to the nitty gritty, guys. Only a couple left. Now these are also very, obviously you guys know. I got one in the natural and in the sun grown. Now these came out in between 2018 and 2000. These are the Don Siglios Fuentes. One's a natural, which is the one I believe with, which one? The natural, yeah, is the one with the red band, and the sun grown is the black band on the foot. But these are from anywhere between 2008 and 2011. These were these were the original ones. These were the ones before the Don Siglia and all that. These came in like a box that a humidor company, and I forgot the name of the company off the top of my head right now. I think it was like Prometheus or no, it wasn't Partagas, obviously. It started, I forgot, it had like a cool name to the company, but they were putting these in. They sold, I believe it was like a 5-pack in this little like humidor set, like storybook or something. You got to do the research on them. But these are from either in between 2018 and 2011. So these cigars are about 10 years old. Again, not something you smoke every day. I mean, I picked these up I think for like $70 a pop. So $150 for 2 fucking cigars is not something that you're gonna smoke every day. That's why, hence they're in the retirement box, and I will smoke them, one day when I retire and really enjoy them. All right, we're getting down to some of the last couple things. There's only 3 more sticks in here, guys. So, H. Upman, little Cuban, nothing crazy, just a little Magnum. No, what is this? Yeah, not the Magnum, but whatever. It's like the little tiny fucker. I actually cracked the wrapper on it, which sucks because I jammed it. So I was trying to fit everything in there. It was on top. I cracked it, but whatever. I'll still smoke it. Ain't gonna go to waste over here. And then probably in my opinion, I mean these are probably the oldest. Yeah, these are from 2013 and the best sticks I have. I think. I think his company, I know HR is out now, his grandson or his son or whatever. But this is a Cuban original, this is a Robanya. I don't know if you guys heard of Robanya, but it's like one of the oldest, best Cuban companies that were around for a long time. I think believe I thought I remember hearing like last year or something that Robanya is not, they're not making Robanya anymore. So you're not ever going to be able to find this anymore, and that's why it's in here, because I'm sitting on it again, like a little bit, just from like, just the little vein is popping out. But I mean, I try to keep the foot in best condition I can. But yeah, that's been sitting since 2013. And then my personal favorite, cigar, probably Cuban wise. Now there's a little backstory to this. When I first got these, and I got these also in 2013, I got these from a good friend of mine who owns a lounge back home, but is also a CIA agent, so he travels a lot. And obviously, went to Cuba, all that stuff. And he was a good friend of mine. And I didn't know any better at the time what these things were and what they were worth and all that shit. So the first week I got them, he gave me a pack of 10, and he told me, he's like, listen, I'm not going to be able to get these anymore. Savor them. And like an asshole, I didn't listen, because I was like, yeah, whatever, Ralphie, you'll get me more, no problem. So like an idiot, the first week I blew through like probably 5 of these. Like I smoked one every day, right? And then I held on to them, smoked one here or there, and then I only had 2 left. And then I ended up bringing one to the Atlantis, is where I got married in 2016, 16 or 17, whatever. I ended up bringing them to the Atlantis when I got married. And I was like, man, I want to smoke one of those, when I get married. And I didn't know any better of how much it was. So I'm like, shit, I'm in Bahamas. I can go down to, they have a little cigar shop in the casino in the Atlantis. And I was like, I can go down there and buy one, So I go down there thinking, whatever, I'm going to spend a little bit of money, but it ain't going to be that bad. And I continue to ask for one of these. This is from 2013. So that's a Bihiki from 2013. My buddy Ralphie got me, and they are real. Trust me, you know. I mean, this thing is so on point and good, and I mean, the construction. I mean, it's an awesome cigar. But I didn't know any better, and I went downstairs. I'm like, let me get like 2 Bihikis in the Toro size, and they asked me for $150 per stick, and I was like, holy shit! I did not know that they were that much money, and I wish I did, because I blew through about 5 or 6 of them in about a week. And I went to go get more for my buddy, and he was like, I told you, that ain't ever happening again. And my buddy gave me them for like, I think it was like 25 a pop. Like he got them, put it that way. And, he wasn't trying to bang me. He was just, he was like, just give me like $20, $25 a pop for him. He doesn't give a shit. I told you he's a CIA agent, so like, he has his connects. But yeah, so that's it, man. That was the last stick I had to show you guys, is that Bihiki. I'm saving this last one that I have. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I'll be able to smoke it one day. And that's about it as far as that box. Now, I don't know if I should keep on going here. I'm probably not, because Jason's gonna be like, all right, dude, it's an hour and a half long video. Nobody really gives a shit. But so everything in here is the same, but this is like more of my same thing, boutique stuff. I don't know if you guys could see that. That's more of my boutique stuff. So, finger went away. Right there. And that's like all Crown Haze, more Haze, Palestines, Roma Crafts. Not stuff that, I mean, some limited edition stuff, Southern Draw, Black Label Trading Company. Some of the stuff is, limited edition. You might not be able to find anymore. Or get very easily, but most of it's full production stuff, like a lot of Steve Saka stuff, Todos Las Dias, Micaritas, Foundation, stuff like that. It's just stuff that I love, that I'm just aging. So, it's not that they're hard to find. It's just some of my personal favorite boutique stuff that I want to age. On that note, I mean, it's pretty much in the table. Here, I'll try to flip this around. The table is I can't flip it now, actually, while I'm doing it. So the table's pretty much, there's that thing I was showing you from Don Pepin, this right here. It's, signed by him and everything. I got, a bunch of shit in there too. A lot of this stuff in here is in that box. Like I take one and I'll put it in the box to save it. So everything in here is pretty much stuff that I smoke and I run through. But and then like here, let me see if I can get this out of the way. Shit, they're dropping cigars. It's just mountain of cigars falling. It's all good. Get this out of the way. Sorry guys, like I said, I'm trying to finish this up for you, but I figure I had some time. Might as well get this to Jason. I know he's been curious and been asking me about it. So, and then like everything in there, I don't know if you guys could see, but everything in there is a lot of, you know, the stuff that I just took out of there. There might be one or two things in there that isn't in that box, but it's pretty much just a repeat of what's in there, just, you know, 3 or 4 high, and then I just smoke out of there and then replenish. So that's kind of how it works. But you know, that's it, man. You know, Barrel Burners crew, big up to you guys, Barrel Burners family. You guys are definitely the best online club, you know, around. You know, you guys all interact. It's like one big family. I appreciate you even being interested in this video, and Jason, you know, asking me to do this and being curious. It's nice to know I'm not the only guy or cigar dork in the world, so that's cool. You know, if you guys are interested and you know, are following me on Instagram, TheCigaroholic. You know, we're also, I don't know, I got to put this little plug in here. Sorry, Jason. You know, I'm also just kind of got into a new venture with one of my boys from back home, Jeff Amendola. He's got his own company, so we're going to be doing events all over the place. I got a bunch up in New York in October. I got a dinner I'm doing next month, a full dinner, filet mignon, all that stuff. So if you guys are in the North Carolina area and you barrel burners or have friends that would be interested, you know, hit me up, tickets. But yeah, man, you know, this is what I do, man. Cigaroholic, kind of says it in the name. So yeah, I got a little bit of a problem, but you know, it is what it is, man. It's better than being out running the streets, right? So that's the way I look at it. So on that note, thanks for dealing with me, guys. Thanks for being curious to take time to even look at this video. I know it's kind of long. I tried to cut it down as quick as possible, but I mean, obviously you see there's a lot of shit in here, and to get everything out, and I'll probably be here for another hour putting all this shit back in. So on that note, man, you guys, happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend with your families, and as I said, that's what it's all about. That's why we work, that's why we grind, that's why we hustle, you know, to enjoy this type of shit and be able to, you know, have a good life and some of the finer things. So thanks again, and barrel burners up, baby. Deuces.